Right. Moving on to our next topic at hand. Speaking of Microsoft, and let me restart the timer here. Okay, this is reported off TheVerge.com, written by Tom Warren. Microsoft unveils diskless Xbox One S All Digital Edition for $249. Microsoft is making a diskless Xbox One S official today. After weeks of leaks, the software maker is unveiling the Xbox One S All Digital Edition, which is priced at $249 and will be available on May 7th. This is the new model that will be sold alongside the original Xbox One S and the more powerful Xbox One X. The big selling point here is that the All Digital Edition will not ship with a Blu-ray drive, cutting the price slightly by $50. Microsoft included a 1TB hard drive on this new digital model alongside digital versions of Forza Horizon 3, Sea of Thieves, and Minecraft in the box. The hardware is exactly the same as an existing Xbox One S consoles, just without the 4K Blu-ray drive. The Xbox One S All Digital Edition is $50 less than the Xbox One S, and we expect to maintain at least the price difference, between the two consoles, explains Jeff Gaddis, General Manager of Platform and Devices Marketing at Microsoft. This is a $50 less than the recommended retail price of $299 for the existing Xbox One S, but there are regularly bundled deals available for around $230. It's not clear if we'll see bundles for all digital version. So Microsoft unveiled their SAD, their acronym for that, but the all digital version of their console, and at $250. And the first off the bat, I think the price should have been lower than that. I think that if you were going to sell an all digital version, I would have said 200 would have been a good sweet spot for that console.
Well, the reason that they did, from my perspective, they did a $250 version is because they were losing money on the Xbox One Xbox One S at $250, with it having a drive-in and all that jazz. So I believe that $250 is the retail price for it.
Yeah.
And they need to fucking cover some of that cost in general. I don't necessarily disagree that it might be too expensive, but on the other side of things, like, a lot of people are bitching about it, and I'm just like, but their bitching is very much in line of like, well, why would I buy an all digital version of something when I could just get the disc or whatever? And like, Microsoft's reaction, like, every fucking time someone says it on their Twitter when they announced it, was just like, we have those options. We have the One S and we have the One X.
Right.
We also have the regular one. Like, you're able to make that option. And a lot of people, Anthony, are just like, oh, okay, I thought this was like your new console.
No. Yeah, there is literally an option for people to do. I think that this also, for Microsoft, I think this is a test bed for them as far as like like an all digital console. Like, how would that work? Like, how would that?
So you remember when we talked about do you remember when we talked about how the Game Pass is really good for parents?
Mm-hmm.
Allowing their kid to download a shit ton of games, whatever game they want, without spending any money. Imagine buying this console for your kid. A kid who probably doesn't take care of discs, and then getting the fucking Game Pass on top of it. Your kid has a huge library of games to enjoy on his digital console that he can only fuck up the controller of, or she.
Yeah, you'll be set for life, or set for as long as it exists.
Because I'm pretty fucking sure that's who this console is for, considering that the hardware inside the all digital edition is, well, it's an S. It's standard.
Mm-hmm.
It's no different than what's in my Xbox.
Yes.
Given my Xbox is a larger one. But yeah, it's just a smaller version, and I think a lot of people are just misunderstanding it. Like, again, this system is in no way, shape, or form a, hey, buy this fucking thing. It is a, here's an option.
Right.
And I don't think enough people are noticing that.
Mm-hmm. the thing for me that I'm interested to see what happens is like, I also think that Microsoft is future proofing this in terms of like we had this conversation on this podcast, and I've been hearing a lot of it in the game industry, is that the future of streaming and having all your games being streamed to your console at some point. And that talk has been getting louder and louder every year we get. And I feel like what Microsoft is doing is, if that indeed is the future, if that is something that might be happening one day, Microsoft, in my opinion, feel like they're kind of put their foot forward, or kind of put out a version of their consoles. Like, okay, so all digital edition, all the games with the Game Pass are all streamed into your Xbox. Have at it. Let's see how that goes. Let's see that future put into action.
I wholeheartedly do not disagree with you. I think absolutely they're future proofing. I think Microsoft is playing very smart on the where's the future, like, and not just in the regards of, like you said, future proofing, but literally like what is, like, where do things go? Because they saw what happened when they did not end well. A lot of gamers, for some fucking stupid reason, live off of what happened with that. Which is, like, we've seen that that's not how Microsoft operates anymore, but whatever. Fucking gamers are stuck in their dumb ways. But I mean, that's a really fucking smart move, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's a really smart move.
Absolutely. And I'm not sure if we caught the Inside Xbox stream they did last week. But Phil Spencer even went in to talk about this other thing they're working on called the xCloud, where he was saying that he was playing games in his hotel room from a server that Microsoft is testing out, and in that aspect of like streaming games that would reach to your laptop or reach to whatever, kind of more in that aspect. So Microsoft they're definitely experimenting, and they're definitely looking at the industry and seeing where it's going, and they're kind of getting ahead of the game. Now, as far as like, will that, it's smart of them, but now the question becomes future-proofing everything. Like, what does that look like? How much will it be, and whatnot? And I think that we'll see. But I think that this is definitely a step in that direction for Microsoft with the SAD.
I completely agree with you.
Other than that, though,
we've been saying it for the past fucking few episodes. Microsoft is making some really smart moves in the right directions.
Absolutely. Absolutely. A far cry than what they initially came out with the original Xbox One, and how that all debacle went down. But yeah, nothing to say about it, actually. We've exhausted everything we could possibly do about this topic.
We move on to the next one. You don't have to cover 10 minutes.
Yeah. It's it's very loose, so I can take the time actually to do this. Hang on. Not discussing. No chat. I figured we end on at least on the main topics, like on a good note. Notre Dame. No, I'll do that while you're talking. I'll have you talk. All right, so okay. Moving on to the next topic at hand. Oh, wait, I had it right actually the first time. Boom, boom. Okay. So,